A 90-year-old man once gave me this insane piece of advice that I'm going to forget till the last day of my life here. So he said, "Boy, you're going to be careful of three things." And I said, "What?" He said, "These three things have destroyed more men in history than any other things in the world." And I said, "Well, now I'm curious. Please tell me, sir." So here are three things that have destroyed more men than any other thing in the world. Ladies, I know that a lot of my subscribers and a huge chunk of my viewers are young women, young ladies. That's perfectly fine. But when I say ladies, he didn't mean women only. He meant young women, and he meant women because I was a man, young boy to him, so he gave me this advice. But it could mean young men to ladies as well. He said, "Ladies, the biggest problem with young men is that they get seduced and swayed by young ladies. And it's not a bad thing. It's biology, it's how the world works, it's mechanism. But the problem is if you get swayed by them and if she becomes your weakness instead of becoming your biggest pillar and strength, that could be the biggest cause for your destruction. Because she would become your addiction, and instead of pushing you towards your goals, she would pull you. And that's not her fault, that's your fault of how you behave around her. So be careful of that and wait for number two." Second he said was liquor. Yeah, liquor in the sense alcohol, in the sense drugs, any substance that can be addictive to you. After ladies. So he said this thing really calmly. Like my grandfather, he was in his 90s. I was barely 18, 19, 3-4 years ago. And he said this liquor could be one of the very big disadvantages of a man. Not saying you don't drink, not saying you're a bad person if you do, only saying that if it becomes your addiction, if it becomes your habit, if it becomes something that you can't live without, then that could be the cause of your disaster. Then that could be the very reason of your end. So liquor is a very big factor. And it's not liquor for the sense of liquor only. Any addictive material, whether it's when young people watch, whether it's what they consume, whether it's the conversation that you put yourself into, whether it's the criticism that you do, anything that is addictive in nature and that is spoiling your subconscious and conscious and your brain could lead to your destruction as a young man, and which has destroyed so many men. And now we jump to number three. And the third one is leverage. Now guys, you gotta remember, I got this advice from one of the biggest fund managers in the world. Fund manager is basically a person who manages a lot of money, like trillions of dollars of money. And this man used to do so. And so he said, leverage. Leverage basically means in the financial market, if you have $1, you can risk up to $4, $3 in borrowed money, and $1 from your own pocket. That is leverage. The problem is, I'm guilty of this thing. At this age of 22, I've been burnt a lot by leverage. I've gained a lot, but I've been burnt a lot too. So he said leverage can be another big factor. In what sense? Again, in the sense of addiction. If you get addicted to money, if you get addicted to this game, if you get addicted to this casino mentality of the trading markets, of the stock markets, of the equity markets, commodities market, whatever it could be, it is not going to end well. You should know this is your business, this is your art, this is your profession, respect it and do it. But if you get addicted to leverage, then it could certainly mean an end to you.